Hey everybody! Today I'm going to talk about permission slips. Permission slips have become one of my favorite words recently. Or maybe it's not the word, but rather the concept behind it. So, what exactly is a permission slip? As the name already suggests, it's something that allows you to gain access to something that gives you permission, right? Let's say you go to a concert, then the permission slip would probably be the ticket, right? You show it and you get entry. In a less material but more metaphorical way, I'd say that a permission slip is a concept that describes how you get into a certain state of mind or a certain state of being. So, permission slip in that sense is a tool. And what tools do I know? What could it be? For example, think of you want to go to a place and you have an interview, you have to perform, you have to do something special, right? A permission slip could be that you need to wear a certain dress, a certain costume, a certain glove, whatever, right? Something that you like, something that makes you feel confident, something that makes you feel cool. So that piece, if that piece would be missing, right, you would maybe struggle to be cool or like feel cool, right? Maybe your confidence takes a hit because you don't feel like, I didn't put on my favorite jacket today, so there it goes, right? So a permission slip could be something material actually, right? You just put something on and I got my cool clothes on and I feel like I can do that, right? And ideally, you would not need that cloth, right? You would not need this dress up just to get into the state of being. But the permission slip helps you get there. And this is just one of the many examples of permission slips. Other examples could be more, let's say, ritualistic. Let's say you put on some candle lights, you put on some certain, decorations in your home right before you start meditating or right before you start doing a certain mindfulness exercise, whatever comes to mind, right? Maybe all these setups, all these things make you feel comfortable and permitted to access a certain state of mind and being. It just fits the narrative and the pattern that you have for this certain state, right? And if you become a true master of sorts, right, at some point you can do all of that without the permission slip, right? I think it's a nice thing to have. I really like the concept. But it just shows that it's not really about the tool itself. It's more about it helps that you give yourself permission, right? You give yourself permission to access this state because in your belief system, it helps you, right? But if you can somehow unscrew or solve this belief system, you would likely be able to get into a state of mind, into a state of being without a permission slip. Yeah, and to add a bit more to all of that, add more examples. Just imagine a kid that needs to have their favorite toy in order to sleep, right? Because there's a certain belief behind it that the toy will protect you, that the toy has a certain power that allows you to feel protected, that makes you feel safe, right? And then it's way easier to fall asleep. So like we as humans, we already start often very little obtaining kind of beliefs that are in fact permission slips, right? I think everything that's related to how we present ourselves in the public, right? There's so many things that could be permission slips, because if you take them away, a person would probably feel like, okay, I can't do that. I'm not ready yet. I have to fix myself first. I have to do my hair. I have to put on makeup. I have to dress a certain way, right? So we are very accustomed to this concept of, having things that help us. And I think it's totally fine. I think actually it's so interesting. It's so cool. You can have like something like a totem, something like, a lucky charm that you wear with yourself. And the power of your mind, just by believing strongly in something, it will elevate that belief in a lot of ways. And then that's the astonishing thing about it. It's also how placebos work, right? If you believe that the medicine is working, right? And you have no clue that you get a sample that is ineffective from a pharmaceutical standpoint, right? But you just strongly believe that you have just digested or ingested medicine that will help your body recover, then the power of your mind will just likely make that happen. It will have a strong effect, even though there's nothing effective from a pharmaceutical view, right, in what you just got. So in this sense, I think placebos are an amazing thing. Yeah, so this is like one of the most common examples, actually, right? Thanks for listening.